Hi folks, this is Danny at Bradley James Classics, and today's classic is a absolute beauty. It's a Ford Anglia known as a 105e from 1958 with a remarkable 21,000 miles on the clock. The car itself is simply stunning. It looks as nice underneath virtually as it does on top. It's absolutely rock solid. It's a cold day here, so we just have the car running just to get her warmed up. That door is actually slightly ajar. Let me shut it for you. But the car itself is in beautiful order. She really does look as good in real life as my walk around video. Now, these cars have a little 1200cc side valve engine, and in fact that's what that little SV is. That would be the side valve owners club. Now, unfortunately, that number plate isn't coming with the car. That has been retained by a previous keeper, and I have the new registration plate, which thankfully is a period correct plate, in the boot of the car. I can share that with you later in the video. However, if you were to look up its MOT history, you'll see that it did pass its MOT back in 2022. Of course, it's MOT exempt. However, in order to transfer a plate, I believe you have to have the car MOT'd, and that's why that was carried out. The car drives beautifully well. A lovely example of a sought after early Ford. A real joy to drive. It looks absolutely superb in that beautiful colour scheme. The bodywork is beautiful. Now, I've left the bonnet open so you can have a look at how nice that engine looks. It virtually looks as good as new under there. It's a vacuum tank for one of its classy tricks, which is the fact that it does use a vacuum for the wipers. People may remember that if you were driving fast uphill and put your wipers on, sometimes the car would slow down. It's one of the quirks of one of these old 100Es. Now, this one's an Anglia, and the Ford naming policy of the era can get a little confusing because there's so many similar cars with different names. For example, you could have a Popular, you could have an Anglia, you could have a Consul, you could have a 300E, which is actually a little Thames van, but it was based on this car. They're very rare, but they even did a little estate version of this car. So to find one in this condition, so original in that it's has just 21,000 miles and is in beautiful condition, I think that's quite a rare find. Now, I suspect, actually, looking at that front grille, that might actually be the front grille from a Popular rather than a Anglia. I'm being a bit geeky now, I could be wrong, but those who are watching the video probably do know. But the grille is, well, it looks as good as new. It's in excellent condition, as is the chrome work on this car. Some period lamps, excellent condition for these front bumpers. And as I look around the car now, I think the only little imperfection I can find is got the smallest of little dents here. And then the paintwork, if you can follow my camera, is very sharp. Lovely panel gaps here, up and through the doors. A nice little burble from the exhaust. Lovely straight lines, lovely condition. Very, very, very small, minor marks, but very few. I think the car would not look out of place at any car show in the land, and I would expect it to do quite well. Now, it has got a set of modern tyres which make it a lot easier to steer. They all look to be the same, and I guess they were fitted probably at the same time. I think, having looked under the engine bay and had a look at the exterior of the car, we'll have a little look at that one together. Ford Motor Company of England. And the same story inside, really. I mean, look how lovely that is. The nice colour coordinated two-tone interior. Look how good the floor and the matting is here. This is all lovely and original. I want to just give you a little pan around. Look how lovely the headlining is. I mean, it's a total credit actually to the previous owners of the car. It has got seat belts fitted, which would not have been a requirement for the era. And those who are looking down memory lane, they may remember that lovely simple dashboard and the way the indicators work, just here, and then the other side is there and cancel in the middle. So a little look behind the wheel. There's your 21,000 miles, if you can see that. 3-speed gearbox. Always be careful when you pull away, because those in the know will know that if you put the gear stick up, you'll actually start going backwards. So just a 3-speed side valve engine, 1200cc this one. An absolute hoot to drive and in beautiful condition. I've got a lot of sunlight on the dash, but I'll have to ask you to take my word for how lovely and original this looks inside. Absolutely lovely, as you'd imagine, to 21,000 miles. I mean, there's aspects of the car which really are shockingly good condition considering the age of the car, 1958. I hope this little video gives you an idea. Look how lovely the seats are. It's a lovely colour scheme, and it does present so nicely. Let's just shut that door here, and that's all shut. And then let's have a final little look around the car. Everything looks really lovely under here. A real nice little runner. Let's shut that down so we can have a little look at the car together. And I did promise you a look at the number plate, which we shall look at, and a final little look around the back. It's a shame that actually classic car number plates are almost worth as much as the car, in some cases more. So let's have a look at the number plate we've got. There we are. That's 862XVW. And we have a spare in the back. And there's a paperwork file with some old MOTs and a handbook. And that obviously all comes with the car. And there's a jack in the back. And a nice size little boot as well. Well folks, this is a Ford Anglia from 1958, just 51,000 miles in beautiful condition, drives lovely. We can arrange to deliver this car anywhere in the UK. We just need your postcode for a very competitive quote. We offer a part exchange service, and we can have this car. We always sell cars with an MOT, so we'll MOT this car if you wish. You are of course welcome to have it MOT exempt. Of course it's tax exempt, and I don't think you'd pay a lot for classic car insurance. Many of my customers pay just £100–150 for a year's policy, but they'll probably only be doing up to 6,000 miles of that. But insurance quotes vary of course on people's circumstances, location, so on and so forth. An absolute credit to the previous owner. We're so delighted to offer this. They're a really popular little car. They fit in a single garage easily, and they're a lot of fun to drive. Lots of admiring glances await you should you decide to own this little Anglia. It's totally standard. It doesn't appear to be being got at in any way. A lot of these cars do end up actually being customised. People dropping larger engines, bigger axles, more performance. This one's totally standard, be it, I think I'm right about that grille. Well folks, thank you for watching today's video. This is Danny from Bruggy James Classics, signing out.